Alright traders, watch this video for Tuesday, March 5th. I'm going to talk a little bit about the frustration of being a trader. It's a little bit aggravating. I mean, I had a decent day, but let me just slide this up here. I'm going to go right into the watch list. I'm not going to babble very much today, but here's what's frustrating to me, and I see this happen so much. I called, by the way, this is an actual post from chat, AWSM over 3 interesting and JRJC over 2 interesting. And this is how both of them played out. AWSM, and this was, if you notice the timestamp, I post this in chat, and I post everything in chat before they actually trigger. So AWSM broke 3 and pretty quickly to 320. And this wasn't the closing bell, so these are a little bit before the closing bell, these screenshots, but JRJC over 2 also. Nice little pop, and people in chat made money. But here's the frustrating thing to me. AWSM, and I see this a lot. When I near the closing bell, I always try to look and say, hey guys, the daily's going to look good. This one might run. You know, this worth watching tomorrow. Might run after hours. Might be a gapper tomorrow. And so AWSM closed strong after that call, 322. It actually went up in after hours at one point to over $5, and this is the aggravating thing. So and it ended up closing after hours at 436. That's very frustrating to me as a trader because I don't hold overnight. I'm still not interested in holding this into the close and then selling in after hours before above $5. That certainly would have been nice, but it's important to note that that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you get a nice move, chart looks good, and then you're getting offering right after the bell and it goes down to here, But still aggravating nonetheless. Anyway, AWSM does land on my watch list for tomorrow because it's a very handsome chart. Like I said, it's kind of aggravating because it's going to gap up probably in the morning, barring some unforeseen negative news, and then we'll have to try to trade it as a potential gap play and see if we get an intraday morning setup. So stuff like that's aggravating to me because I love this daily chart right now. But now we got to switch gears and trade it as a gap, right? ATIS, also want to watch that one. Big volume today. Closing well off its highs, though. Makes me like it a lot less, but goes on a chart solo. I'm going to show you BLNK in a little bit, and that's why solo's on watch. These electric vehicle makers, and BLNK actually makes the charging stations, but solo, seems to be holding this $4 area support, so I want to watch that one. JMU, big volume today. 23 million shares, closing well off its highs, but definitely has to be on the watch list for tomorrow. Kind of the same thing with AGRX, although much lower volume. Closing well off its highs, but near kind of a breakout on the daily. So we'll see if that gives a setup. JP, talked about this one in chat today too. Said, hey guys, this one, nice breakout today. Let's keep our eyes on it. I never saw any kind of a setup, but really big volume and a pretty strong close. And it's also, if you know me at all, you say, hey, this looks pretty good over 6. So we'll watch that possible whole number inflection point trade tomorrow. By the way, real quick, if you attended our Buy Zone webinar, buying pullbacks, right? I got a couple examples from today. ATIS 2's Buy Zone plus half number flush. And that is as this was falling, I thought it might flush below 50 cents. So I put this call out ahead of time. Look at that. It went to like 48 cents and then ripped again. So wanted to share that with you. If you haven't seen that webinar, it's free. Go to our free webinar page if you can find it. If not, shoot me an email. And the same thing with BLNK. BLNK buy zone idea. That was while it was on the way down, right to the middle of the buy zone right there, and then back up. Right? So if nothing else, and it's not just me, many people in chat are very good at spotting potential buy zone pullback. So again, check out that buying the pullback webinar. It's free. I'm pretty proud of it. It's a unique way to buy pullbacks. We teach it. Obviously, we teach it in our course and continuing education classes. But we gave that little tiny section of our course away for free. So on our free webinar page. So go check it out. JRJC, certainly extended. Really big volume. Way away from the moving averages, but closed at the highs. So we're going to watch that one tomorrow. And I think a lot of these small low-priced China stocks are just in play because of possible agreement on the tariff talks, right? TLRA, big move for 3 days, now a couple days lower. I still like it to get down here in that buy zone on the daily, but I want to watch it for a possible turn back up tomorrow. NCTY, another one with a strong close. Another one that in after hours just kept going. Excuse me, it looked like it closed out the after hour session at 239, so it's kind of aggravating because you find these nice daily charts that might continue and then they gap up and that kind of changes everything. BLNK, strong close, big move back here, kind of in a flag pattern and trying to resolve to the upside. Absolutely on watch tomorrow. MTP, huge move from like, I don't know, a little over 12 or 10 cents to almost $1.10, now a few days lower. Little hammer candle today, closing near its highs, maybe a possible long setup there. IFMK, nice pop on Friday, but gave it all back, and then today right back up into that Friday's range, up into the middle. That one's interesting to me. CLDC, nice little mini breakout on the chart with another catalyst above, because if it breaks 162, it's kind of in blue skies and maybe heads up to test these highs back here. So I like this chart, absolutely worth watching. IGC, kind of in a flag pattern. Had a couple days, its last 2 days of being over the counter were these 2 big days, then pulled back and kind of flagging. So I want to watch that one. A couple more. PLAG. If the Chinese low floaters get going, this one is a handsome chart, right? Popped to almost 5 back here, then a lower high on Friday that went to 440, and then today topping out at 406, but closing strong. Couple catalysts on the chart for higher prices, so keep your eyes on the China names. PLAG might be my favorite if the China names get going. And then TTOO had a big gap up 3 sessions ago. Switching to 15-minute candles, there's the gap up day. And then the very next day, topped out in its opening 30 minutes. And today also topped out in its opening, really in its opening 15 minutes. What I like to see on something that's been strong, on a gap or even just a big pop, and then, then a few days after, where it can't break out in the afternoon. What I'd like to see is an afternoon breakout of a range. That's kind of my favorite setup on something like this. I certainly don't love this one, but there are a lot on this list that I do like, and the market's been pretty solid on some of these lower price stocks. And I consider myself, I don't want to use the word expert, but kind of I specialize in the small cap stocks. So I actually like my list a lot today going into tomorrow. We'll add some gappers to this list as well. So there should be plenty to trade tomorrow. Have a great night. We'll see you all tomorrow in chat.